This is the first in a series of tutorials on using Photopea.com to create parent ads for the New Canaan High School Theater play programs. So here we are at Photopea.com. The first time you visit it, you will get this message, which you can just X out of, and it will take you right into the application, which is very similar to Photoshop, dumbed down version, but still extremely powerful and a bit of a learning curve. So this is going to be a series of several different tutorials to just show you a couple of the different options. So we're going to start by making a half-page ad for one of the smaller programs. And to do that, you can either click New Project or go up here to File and click New. And then the first thing you're going to do is name your project. So we're going to use a fictional student. We're going to call her Shannon Smith. So just going to click in here. Shannon Smith, half ad. It's important to name your ads so that they're easy to see for our program designers so that she can kind of keep everything nice and organized. And we're going to choose our dimensions. First, we're going to put it in inches. We know that the width, so over here I've got my handy dandy dimensions. It's 5 by 4, so 5 inches wide by 4 inches high, and we are going to want our pixel density to be up to 300 for print, since we're not doing this for the web. 72 would be for the web. Background white is fine, and we're going to click Create. So this is going to give us our properly sized canvas. If for some reason, like you put in the wrong dimensions, you can always go over here to Image, this file, and canvas size, and you could click back over to inches and you could change this. But we put in the correct canvas size for a half-page ad. Okay, now to bring the content into your project, you're going to go to File, Open and Place, and then you're going to navigate to whatever content you want. In this case, I've got an image, an open source photo I had of some teenage girls. So I got that at pixabay.com. So where are we? Here we go. And that's going to place the image into our project. I'm going to zoom out. To do that, I'm going to press Command on a Mac, Control on a PC, and the minus sign. Or you could use this magnifying glass to zoom in and out. You could either drag in and out if you have a trackpad, or you could zoom in and out this way. Okay, so just wanted you to see. Oh, so to move, you're going to grab this Move tool. And actually, all of these tools over here in your toolbar, if you hover over them, they will give you the names. So this one's called your Move. Why is it not showing? Oh, I don't know. I guess I wasn't hovering like at the exact perfect spot. But this is your Move tool. And that is, if you grab your graphic, you can move it around on the screen. Okay? But to be able to change its dimensions, you need to be able to pull up the Transform tool. So what you would do is either you could go to Edit, the Transform, Free Transform, and that's going to give you some little corners that you can then change your scale. Or you could always do a keyboard shortcut is Option Command and then the letter key on your keyboard would pull this up as well for your transform tools. Anyway, we're going to grab a corner. We're going to press the Shift key to constrain your width and height and just drag it in to scale it down. Now, if I did not click the shift key and I started to drag, it can get warped. You can see that then your width and height are not constrained. So we don't want to do that. So for now, I'm going to do Command Z, Control Z on a PC. Again, I'm on a Mac, so it's going to be Command on a Mac, Control on a PC. So if you hear me saying Command and you're on a PC, just know that that's Control. And Option on a Mac is Alt on a PC. So anyway, getting back to those free transform tools, you're going to go Option, Command, T, press the Shift key, click and drag to scale this down. Great. Now, I want to be able to zoom in and see my entire canvas. A nice keyboard shortcut is Command 0, which is going to just zoom right in, okay? That way, just the whole thing fits in your screen. So what I want to do is I want to make a circle cutout of this girl's head. And by doing that, we're going to make a clipping mask. So we're going to grab our shape tool. If you hover over it, you get a flyout menu. We want the ellipse, and we're going to make a circle. So to drag out a circle, you want to have a perfect circle with the width and height equal dimensions. You're going to press Shift, and that's going to drag you out a perfect circle. So if I'm just going to press Delete to show you, if I did not press Shift, then you don't get a perfect circle. You're going to get more of an oval, and you might be kind of guessing and try to get a perfect circle, but all you have to do is press Shift, and then suddenly that width and height are going to be equal, and you're all set, okay? Now, I want to also show you, I want to be able to see her face. So right now it's got a red fill, and this X indicates that there is no stroke. I want the opposite. I want no fill, and I want a color for a stroke. So right now I clicked red, which is fine, and for this instance, any color will do. Let's say white, okay? Grab our Move tool, select our circle, and I want this circle to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to Option, Command, T, Shift and drag to make that a little bit bigger circle. And then we're going to place this, pardon me, I'm a little bit, got gunk in my throat today. Place this where I want it, and I think that that looks pretty good. So to get this cutout, we're going to go back to our shape tool. We are now going to give it a fill, and we are going to lose the stroke. Oops, for some reason that made my fill go away, but that's okay. I'm just going to add it back. And now over here on the side, you can see my little hands moving. This is my layers panel. And each of these items, in this case the shape, and in this case the image titled Shannon, it's going to be called whatever you pulled it in from your computer. So if it's an image straight from your camera or your phone, it's probably going to be a string of numbers, and all you have to do is double click on it and you can change that name. So for instance, this name, we might call it circle. Okay, all you have to do is double click and then type, and you can name your layers whatever you want. So we want this layer to be underneath the image called Shannon. So I'm going to click and drag and pull that down underneath. And now the image Shannon is over the circle. So to make our clipping mask, we simply go into the image layer, make sure that the image layer is selected, come up here to Layer, and then drop down and click Clipping Mask. And ta-da! Now you have a pretty little cutout of Shannon. Now next, I would like to merge these two layers, this Shannon and the circle, because if you don't, and I'll show you, if I grab the Move tool and I'm in the Shannon image layer, I would drag this out of frame. And so it's kind of a pain. I'm just going to press Control Z or Command Z to undo that move. And so I just want these to always be connected so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to press Shift and then click on the circle layer, and that way both of my layers are selected. So to just show you, now I'm going to click on background. I don't have Shift held, and it's going to let go of these. So click on circle, click on Shannon. It's only going to select one at a time unless I have one selected, I press the Shift key, I grab another one. Now both of these layers are selected, you can see, because they're highlighted in a darker shade of gray. Now, to merge these layers, I'm going to right click, which is going to give me a flyout menu, and I'm going to click Merge Layers. Now, if I grab my Move tool, Shannon can easily be moved, and it's just all one circular piece. Okay, so that is clipping masks, and you can make a clipping mask, just to show you, of any shape you want. So let's just, by the way, this eyeball is just shutting off my layer, making it not visible. It's still there. Okay, it's still right here. I just can't see it with that when I click on this little eyeball. It's a hide motion. Okay, so going up to File, Open in Place. Just going to grab that same image again. Zoom out, grab my corner, press Shift, drag it down, and then Command 0 to bring everything a little bit bigger. Let's say I wanted a rectangle shape. That will work as well. Again, I'm going to lose the fill, add a stroke so I can see what I'm doing, and you could crop this image the same way using a rectangle. Okay, and then we go give it a fill, lose the stroke, drop it beneath the image, click in the image layer, clipping mask. And now let's merge these two layers. And if I turn this other layer on, now you've got two. We don't need both of them. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this, and so you can just have it highlighted and click delete, or down here is a little trash icon. Either way, we'll delete that layer for you. So anyway, that is creating clipping masks in Photopea. Next, I'm going to show you in the next tutorial will be how to edit graphics that you place in Photopea. Thanks.